I think for now we are going to start out with a little bit of Genshin Impact. I don't know how much we got. We have a story quest going on. We returned to Fontaine for the 5.6 patch for the Cheval film Fantasyland, the 5.6 event quest. We already did the Archon quest. We already did Escoffier's story quest. And yesterday's stream, we did all the mini games, all that stuff. We still have to do the story. We're just a little lag. So the story with Kinich and all that. We returned to Fontaine to find Kinich and Scarlet comparing stories about crazy tabloid headlines, Saurian smuggling, Nouvelette being stabbed, a lot of crazy stuff that would never happen. Before Kinich and I went to go meet with Navia and hear all about the Cheval Moraine film Fantasyland, named after Sir Intendant Cheval Moraine, the little seahorse buddy of Farina, who's the star of the show. She's the mascot. We did all of that stuff, and we met Lupine Pauline, the incredibly excited researcher who helped invent the lens that we used back when we first got to Fontaine. Alright. Now, I accidentally talked to her, so hopefully, when we log back in, look at that. Worked out, never mind. So, we know this event involves Kinich, Aoife, Auroron, and Ryze. So that is the team I made. So let us start talking to Lupine Pauline. And we're going to continue the overnight Fantasyland.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary. The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh...
Just leave their guns lying around the table?
Has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Aoife?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
Love it.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Paper, scissors,
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kinich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Yeah.
Such a spoiled brat. What?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts!
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, Where were we?
It's a bit hard to give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
We know she's an inventor. Hopefully this is good and not embarrassing.
Something like this.
Oh, that's a weird looking.
Whoa,
It does look like
it's so
dragon
neat
tech.
and precise.
Sketched by an engineer, yeah.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No. Quite the opposite. The features are very accurate.
Okay.
And it is definitely from Natland.
Yeah, it looks like dragon
Please,
tech.
don't mind me.
Thanks a lot, Lapine Pauline.
I should be the one thanking you.
Don't mention it. But
Not at all. Oh dear. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Cool. Kenichi has something to say. Let's find a quiet spot.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
Looks
Correct.
ancient.
It's most likely an old weapon
Dragon
dug
tech,
up from some
like I said.
ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not
Mega
wrong to
Man.
call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this? Out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
He
Time is of the essence.
was a
So
witness
I'd like to head
in
over to the Palais
Fontanian
Marmonia
court.
to verify my suspicions.
I'll join
Perfect.
you.
Then we can head. Or, if you want to catch up with.
No, I've already, I've already finished Fontaine Film Fantasyland. I built up the animal pen managed by Cedrine. The Netlanese area. Flores's fruit shop. The stage and the Fontanian High Street. I like the spell. The movie, whatever, movie madness.
We've gone over budget in quite a few.
I have made this so profitable. Dia is running the Sumeru Eremite area. Escoffier is running the food stand. And Lynette is overseeing this. With Breast, who was a... I believe she's the one who appeared in... with the Croco cannon in Bobbleland like 2 years ago. It was fun. You're all still making money. There you go. Okay, to the Palais Mammonia. No way, bro. Oh! No way, bro.
Are you running?
Oh, man.
Bro!
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First
Yeah,
time
we've all
abroad
heard
and you're
about it.
already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Who's a witness?
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
We're the Traveler and
on,
Paimon.
Aoife.
You expect to find us everywhere. Hey, Herb.
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic.
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Kakuku. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland.
Chevelle Moran.
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right.
She's
I
the
keep
perfect,
stumbling over that one.
adorable
Guess I owe
seahorse.
Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are...
So, you guys are vegetable courier?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first
Because
time
he's
traveling
not
so
one.
far away from home,
I get
and
it.
all the elders in his tribe are worried.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See,
He thought
doesn't
he was
matter how much
chaperoning,
older
but
you are than this dude.
he's just
Hang
a
out with him
stressed
long
out
enough, and you'll
fool.
eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you.
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
What? Nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore.
It's Kinich.
So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we...
That's exactly what's
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now, even without
You think that's what I'm worried? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases.
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro,
Oh, the
you
same
too?
one that
Not
upset
me.
Kahula How.
How?
Oh, that pesky little chatter. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go.
Oh no, bro. Or rather... Did Kakuku get caught by the...
If they had managed that, we'd... But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes
that one?
The Palais Mammonia?
Yep, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a... I may be able to fly up pretty high, but as for Aoife, well, let's...
Not like it's my...
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus.
In other words, in this building, there could be not one awesome source, but two.
For real now?
Of course I'm
'Cause
for
of,
real.
uh,
I'd never
Nicolette?
make light of something like that.
All right. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
Kinich and I were heading over to the Palais Mammonia for something
Leave it to
else.
us.
You sure?
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you,
Wait.
well, then it's your...
All right then.
There you go.
Adorable.
Back when we first met Kukuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
To the Palais Momonia, baby. Oh, it's all the way back.
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Cornelia Anion.
What's
they have-
all that commotion? Are they arguing it?
Strange sounds coming from Mr. Niblet's office. Here we go.
No way, bro!
Ah!
Did he say he came from Natlan?
No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
The cuckoo. For real now!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over.
Oh, you know one another.
He's a bro.
He's a friend, yeah. A story.
Great. Well, that was easy. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
He's an ancient dragon Kinich.
So you've met Nervalette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another...
I've seen his photo in the papers, but as for this other...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from it.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Ah!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official bit?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
It's strange, but they are a great pair of awesome Sorai.
Let us return to the map. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
About the gun found by Lupine Pauline. Newlet makes inquiries about relevant personnel, not sure if they locate the box and the gun that Lupine Pauline spoke of.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my...
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Do. Just want to check something. Okay. Sorry, here we go.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is...
To deal with Kikuku.
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most. Who did he learn it all from?
Couple of top bros from Natlan.
Well, it's.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kikuku qualifies as... And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign. Drafting said agreement may take some...
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuk.
I can pass the message on to his
That
friends.
would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going.
Whee!
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Natlan would soon start showing up all over the world. But I
Yeah.
hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro.
Ha!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kikuku.
Guilty as so. How about we take this opportunity to chat a little more?
Sure thing, bro.
Aw.
Let's go. Here. Easy now, Kikuku.
Aurora and Aoife, we found Kikuku.
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no. When I saw that Kikuku wasn't with you,
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kikuku just prefers high-rise. Sometimes you just have to let the kids...
for real?
It's not that bad. Kikuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
He's a bird. Who would arrest a bird? Even had an interesting chat with some veritable
See?
VIPs.
You're not exactly reassuring.
As for the bad news, Kikuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to... But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kikuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be...
What a shame. Oh well.
You don't look disappointed. in the
Kikuku's not an
slightest.
object. Neither is Paimon.
Anyway, Aurora
Neither
and I
is
will be
Kahula
staying in
Hao.
guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay, problem solved! Out.
I still think Fontaine is the most beautiful region. Easy, hands down. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch.
Let's begin.
Shoryuken! There we go. the day after tomorrow. Right? Come on, it's an event, always 2 days.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the...
No, they switch to my current friendship team.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Good. Maybe another 4 or 5 days, and I'll be done with Siege Read. And then I'll leave this team for a while and switch to an Atlantis team until Dahlia comes out. Because we know Dahlia is going to be a Hydro, and then I can make a freeze team with him. And I'll switch to my Natlan team for now. Oh, wrong one. You.
If you ever have...
Okay.
Mind the wind. Let's go. Easy now, Kakuku.
Alright, don't get any ideas.
Hey, everyone! Oh, hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
Morning, little dude.
Wow, Kukuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news, though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Come on, you're gonna corrupt
that's all you've
Kakuku?
been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that means no.
Okay, so, good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress.
Of course. That's why Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were. The smugglers were very cautious, though. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them.
So the smugglers met a
I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set
thief.
sail. I
This
thought they
gunman.
looked shady, so I snuck aboard.
Whirling Worlds, Act 2, a series of twists and turns.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand,
This is what
kids.
he overheard?
Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast-going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship
Banner
would have been
clacks.
too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
Just chill out.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontanians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontanian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
The Slammer. Good job, kid.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections
You're
just
just
now,
being nosy.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
So he didn't notice the guy with the gun.
Yeah, Kanish, you did great.
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in.
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing
I'm
about
sorry,
the
I
person.
love just the image of Kikuchu.
Perhaps we should start by
flanked
focusing
by
on
these
the
two
lost item
giants
itself.
of justice. It came from Natlani's dragon ruins, a relic left behind by the ancient dragon civilization, a genuine antique. A genuine lost treasure by the roadside remains unreported and unclaimed. Box was buried amidst junk. Doesn't seem like an accident. Someone left it there on purpose. Bait?
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Maybe it was made for someone in
Has something
specific?
sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun
Yep.
really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so
Whoops.
does that mean they executed the hostage?
Probably not. We haven't heard of any missing
I agree.
people. Chill out.
I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our... Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
The gun was placed in a lockbox and hidden away. The seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. After receiving instructions, the buyer would have gone to the spot to pick up the goods. The seller would be watching. Before the buyer could show up, Rapine and Pauline found the goods while setting up the event venue. Jenny, come on. With an account created 39 minutes ago? Do better. Thank you, Herb. Exactly.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through.
The bots aren't even
The
trying
last thing they
anymore.
would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great
That
job,
sounds like a
Pauline.
plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro!
Aw.
Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we...
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
We'll keep in touch.
Indeed.
Bye, Mr. Nouvelet, you're the best as always.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider...
That actually sounds like... In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment.
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding...
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the...
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish.
Mind the wind.
I mean, he's been actively living in prison for years. Find Aurora on the over by the hotel to board, right?
Up and away!
Easy now, Kakuku.
Ahau.
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Love it.
Oh, nice.
Paimon feels strangely inclined. You miss me, bro?
Kakuku, you're free.
Ugh, not you again.
Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kakuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while Ahau lives his best life.
Sounds good to me.
Poor Ahau. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kakuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope. By the same standard, you have freedom.
Same standard?
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant.
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you?
Dun, dun. One Kakuku delivered.
Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Paimon wins my cuteness competition.
Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Bongo Head.
Whenever I get to take a break, I always want a snack. I got some candy, fruit, and jerky. You want?
So now that our crew's back together. Oh!
No chance.
Nope. This time.
For real now?
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to.
Aren't we?
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
Get to wait until 8 o'clock. Okay.
The lost and found notice is up!
So we're trying to hunt down a gunman.
Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Sounds good, Paimon.
Points for agility. Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Hello, you two.
Have there been any
Hey,
developments?
Nuvi. No.
Okay, guess not.
Ow.
Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Anything but Special Patrol.
This isn't the time for silly jokes!
A guard comes through, a familiar figure walks in.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts and uncle.
What in the Tevet are you doing here, Auroron?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kakuku's owner?
One of his owners. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if he's deadpan or serious.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr.
Somehow I highlight. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
I apologize for my grandson.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job!
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No. Let's just talk.
So, Roran,
Yeah, so basically...
From the style of the box, the gun itself, everything matches.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to?
Be honest now. Were you?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Duh. Otherwise, we're gonna have you arrested for real.
All right then. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine.
Immediately.
I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
Immediately ratted.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys.
Oh no!
Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Smart
Keeping
job,
an eye
bro.
on him. I like the sound of that.
Good job,
In
bro.
that case, let's hurry over to work. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natland.
Oh, we're basically a household names. But why do you ask?
They have giant murals of us posted on the graffitied onto walls. It's not just us, Kirichi, Auroran, and Aoife too.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching it?
If so, then picking Auroran to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroran to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves.
So they might not be now.
There are plenty of unanswered questions. But, however, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette, will empty the box, give it to Auroran, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Being low-key has its
I
advantages.
think this plan is worth a try.
So I have to go under.
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona.
Roger that. Over and out.
I like Auroran being awkward and...
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroran has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
Bruno?
Auroran's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Is it trial, Ryo? Stealth. Cuckoo, you're chasing a guy. What are you doing?
Nothing suspicious going. Strange.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking!
Augento?
Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control.
What the heck are you on about?
Look at him, filled with rage.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless or interesting?
Yeah.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the.
After all?
I mean, because the staff.
So I got it. But I don't.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a like.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord, my.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you.
Are you trying to get him to say. Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Immediately turns and asks.
Enough. More.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mer. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia?
No, I mean, yes.
I could do that.
I suppose I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest,
aren't you kind of
if
doing
someone's selling, I'm buying.
some British Empire
I don't
stuff
care
right
to
now?
ask where they sourced their goods.
French Empire?
As for the seller of this particular item, we've had some prior dealings, but always under
Smuggling
the cover of
treasures out of
coded
a-
ads and some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I...
Feeling
smart now, are we?
No, please.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, and by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I'm so...
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct?
Well, to be honest, though, I can't claim to know him very well. He, on the other hand, besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon.
Fair. That makes... So, Mr...
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster... Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at...
Shh.
can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of... A trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage. But on the bright side...
Okay.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone...
Oh, I see.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even
Prisoner's
think
dilemma.
about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you
It's
and
literally the
ensuring
prisoner's
your
dilemma. Do
safety.
you rat on your friends before
All right,
they rat on
take
you?
the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two... Protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh,
Thank
I know
you.
this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
Is there just
In that
the
case,
mafia in
I
here?
understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going... then it's settled. Boy, am I glad that's over.
Ah, Risley's back! Judging by your expression, Emma.
It went smoothly.
Risley recounts what happened. It makes perfect sense. He's glossed over the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction.
Patience will be...
I get that. It's like hunting.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel. Or, maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, when that time comes, we will be
We'll be
Leave
waiting
it
for
to
the
us.
good.
Alright, that's the end of it too. This is a short story. I probably could have done this yesterday in addition to the bit I did.
On the topic of kidnapping cases, how exactly do we define the subject? Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient non-human beings? Of course, melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kakuku?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provision.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't you
would
do a murder?
That is no laughing matter.
That's a pretty obvious one.
Mind the wind.
All time, bro!
Day after tomorrow.
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning.
Alright.
That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
Ba-ba.
Most things in life aren't one and done. Soon as you're rested up, let's make a move.
All right, let's finish this bad boy up. So that's 2 out of 3. Probably another half hour.
Hey, everyone!
It's a cute little story.
We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying
A
busy
great way to
keeps you
stay
sharp.
energetic, certainly.
We received word from Mr. Argenteau. It'll take place this afternoon. And it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know.
Oh, really? Huh.
Seems like you share our
But-
concerns, traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue
Yeah.
will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrolet of the Special Patrol. So I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
She doesn't want to serve criminals. She wants to introduce them to her
You know
chopping
what?
board.
That might not be such a bad idea. All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses, but, well, I have a feeling things might not go... To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontainian authorities, but still... I'm guessing... Well then, feel free to head down to
already
the scene,
involved.
but just...
I'll do my best to ensure
Plus,
that
I'm the
things don't
manager
escalate to
of
that point.
that area anyway.
Of course. There is still a lot of unanswered questions. Plus, I'm already a witness.
The conversation goes smoothly. Because the Hao and Gakuku aren't present. Things could have gotten awkward if a Hao showed up and started cursing at Nicolette. That's the
Well,
interaction I
that's
want to
enough
see.
of
I
the
want to see
small
a
talk.
dragon lord meeting a dragon sovereign.
The operation's scheduled for the afternoon.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Camp and rooting.
All right. I'll head over to the venue now. Ahao's been harping on for days now about this event exclusive. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
The price of every price. Weird title.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Forgot you can't switch to other characters while in...
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Easy now, Kakuku.
Wait now.
Are you running away? Up and away!
There it is. I mean, look how good it looks there. I said yesterday I hope it sticks around and they don't remove the entire territory. I mean, like, look at that. Lumber was involved. Building permits.
Let's go.
You don't have to keep the characters or the tents or whatever there, but like, I'd say leave the existing structure. Leave that little dock there.
10 points for agility.
I just want to make everyone better at their jobs. Here we go.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
So Farina and Escoffier are over there. Thanks part to the undercover agents.
Traveler,
There's Argento. There's Varessa in the back.
Paimon's getting kind of hungry.
The guy with the case. It's got to be him. All right, it's business time. Ooh, cutscene? Cool. Ooh. Oh, I love like the comic cutout style.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty.
Oh god, look how cool he looks in here.
Won't you stay and
Daddy.
drink it?
Big daddy vibes. Charlotte. Taking the picture.
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
Mora! Escoffier and Farina.
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
Melisines!
After him!
Charlotte jumping in the background taking pictures. I love it. Ooh! This is a good beat.
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
I like Navia's new guys. Did he just throw the He's got a grappling gun? Friggin' Batman up here!
Get away!
Chevron!
Be careful!
Ow!
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fuck? You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow, bro!
The comedy here is on point. Kinich is fishing him up.
All right, that's a wrap.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that.
That was an amazing
Such blatant
cutscene.
Disregard for human
That might be
life.
one of the
I'm
best
gonna sue the
cutscenes
living
Genshin has
daylights
done
out
in
of
a
you.
while.
Will you now?
Like for fun.
I think I did you a
I
favor
love
by
the
pulling you
parallelism
away from
Archon
your
Quest one.
audience. Saved you
Paralogism,
some face at
sorry.
the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... all right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How can I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like... Please, kid, I'm begging you. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if
I don't know.
get back.
I believe you, my guy.
If I go to prison now and isn't standing together and fight, our fate is in your hands, young man. Please have a hope.
Something wrong, Kanid?
I don't believe Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense!
First of all, are you really from Natland? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least on top of that. The way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontanian, if you ask me.
Yeah, he didn't recognize...
What kind of logic is that?
The champions of the Masters of the Night Wind.
Explain.
Scions of the Canopy.
I actually grew up in...
I don't want to hear another word. How? Here's your chance.
The moment I've been... Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natland.
Yep.
Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. Of course, I might be wrong.
Oh, look, who's beating him up? Okay, good job, buddy.
Does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right? Many thanks.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
My thanks. Oh no, Chevreuse is not voiced. That's a bummer.
Hey, what do you mean?
Thanks to you, Alison Sakao, for your show-stopping performances. Are you okay,
Don't
Kinnich?
worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seemed a little upset now.
Little Kanij, thinking back to when you were just an don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty dragon.
What are you on about?
Bad.
Still.
Bad.
I suppose
Spray
there's
bottle.
no point hiding it from you. They're the most irresponsible people.
Wait. I can't stand gamblers. They're irresponsible people, no respect for the principle.
They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, in the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation. Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past, and we should never punish ourselves. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
That's a beautiful shot.
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge. Yeah, I believe. Let's get going.
Bird. I do love the giant finches. Oh, and Charlotte's back as a capstone because she helped her and Kinnich started this.
Kinnich, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away. She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Our opponent was weak.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activity. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Judging by how fast the Duke took off, he was avoiding my camera. But I'm used to that by now.
It's not like you to give up so easily, Sharp.
It's fine, I got plenty of other great shots back there, more than enough to get a front page spread. The busy reporter needs to scoot.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment. She's a professional.
You're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Maybe. How bonked his head. Kinnich hit his head and started crying.
If you say so.
Poor little Kinnich. No one was there to pat him on the head, so he went off to cry. For real now? Seems more likely that how. Hey, you little.
Hey, what's next? Crap.
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
The price of every price. Sorry, Crab. You're coming with me. Petite Lumiere. Lumiere! I just want to play Expedition 33. We're back in France, pretty much. This is pretty much Claire Obscure. Have you found inspiration? And indeed I have. Easy.
That things have reached this point, we should add
a pinch of salt,
a dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh?
I love it. Because remember, Farina is still 500 years old.
Menu by any chance, are you?
Pepper sounds out of place in dessert.
Not desserts.
No, we're talking about the script.
Ah.
Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper!
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be
Hey,
used
Emily.
in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to
Have
make
we ever
it
seen
work in
Emily
desserts,
involved in an
too.
event? I don't believe so. We did her character story, that was
Complement
it.
the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well. I'm struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like.
Well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake?
And she's peppering in some new ideas.
How exciting!
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, it's like a batch of fresh macarons. After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
Pile on the sugar! Pile on the sugar!
Lapine Pauline just there in the background.
Why are we piling on the sugar?
Lapine Pauline, you're...
Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh? Were you off on some kind?
I was indeed. Please accept.
What's this? Oh, Linny and Lynette down by the Escapades. Varessa and Dia are visiting guests. Escoffier, the chef. Farina on the main stage. Navia up at the movie masterpieces. The Traveler up in the Natlin area. Huh. Paimon over in the animal area. And Seedwin at Mellow Manor. Okay.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with...
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we built this park together brick by brick. So we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lapine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all.
That's right! And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait! Cream flavored, huh? Very traditional.
I can put a little... Oh, there is a little mustache on Farina! Why? Okay.
All right, then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw...
Sounds like a...
Great. You're satisfied. Everything's all in order.
Chevelle Moline Amusement Park commemorative map. Adorable. We've been getting a good amount of... They just give these now when you complete the side quests. Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. Thelxie. The event that made me cry. This is from Simulanka. Turnfire was from Kinich's story. This was us traveling all around. Somewhat aged copy of To Kill the Brave. This was from one of the story quests too. Lantern Rite from Paimon. Rex Coin was from this year's Lantern Rite. The Bathhouse Pass. I did this event off stream. That's really cute. I like that they do these. They're all just little memoirs of our events. Little one!
Hal loves me. Antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off.
Alright, so... I got two pieces of good news. Which one do you hear? Let's start with the most important one. I'll begin with the most exciting. I'm giving you the prototype composite hunter's bow. The prototype? The weapon research team developed the prototype to push the limits of long-range bow performance. Then both the Maison Gardiennage and Surveillance Patrol adopted musketeers. Interesting backstory. I'm flattered. Okay, the later one. I escaped the wild ride of risky business ventures and landed some steady work. Thanks to the inspiration of you and Charlotte, I tweaked the camera lens for image recognition sample collection, turned into a high-precision zoom photography assistant. Product hit the market right as the camera lens was evolving, and now many directors and merchants have started working with me. She's a rising supplier in the film industry. She has a steady, permanent job. Congratulations. Don't put your life savings. No. Don't do that.
A truly great. The 3 attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to enhance our film's aesthetic. I'd recommend a few classics.
We could watch them together. I'd be down for that, girl. Alright, now for the best part of every event. Alright, so we got these. But here we go. Ready? A new weapon. Playhouse. A new recipe, candy shells. I think I did the math for doing this event and all the story stuff. I think it was 950 primos. And there it is. More stuff. More stuff. Give it to me. That right there. I love events for that. That's so satisfying.
Huh? Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
My God, there's so much. It's endless. This turned out to be a lot more of a Keenich event than I thought it was going to be. Alright, not bad. So I think we are done with this event. So that'll probably be our last Genshin stream until this is for another 2 weeks. Oh my god. I am a bot magnet today. No, overall, it was a very cute event. Very fun. I went hard on the management sim. I actually really liked this mini game more than I thought I would. Management sims are always very hit or miss with me. You gotta be able to get into it. And this one I got into. Where'd the giant bird go? There it is. Yeah, no, but I really dug it. I thought the management sim was solid. The story was cute. The character interactions were a lot of fun. Alright, so I think that's about all for now. So, this was another patch that was mainly event and no map updates. We obviously got a big map update last time with this whole area and the sky and the other map. We did get this little area, but there's nothing over here aside from a boss. There's no treasure chest, no Pyroculus, nothing. So, we gotta get one more area. And I think up here, most likely, is gonna be the Marriage of Ari, the Land Without Wind. Because we now heard in the Albedo Archon quest we just did, when he was making a new body for Durin, they used Durin's blood, but they also used flesh of an immortal monster from Natlan. And I've heard some theories about what that is. Who was it that posted? Someone posted something about the immortal creature. Or was it... I'm trying to see. Someone had some theories about the immortal creature. Seeing it. Anyway, yeah, they were talking about how there's an immortal dragon based on, like, I think it was like Peruvian mythology. The immortal beast of the Marriage of Ari. It was mentioned with the Hexen Circle. Enjo is looking into it. Yeah, an enormous dark creature the size of a mountain is roaming the Mare Javari. I'm not... I'm not seeing it. Someone posted something and I can't find it. A lot of theories about what the creature is. Alright, well, it's not important because we're not going to find out for another 2 months probably. 2-3 months. When 5.7 comes out. I'm hoping... So we know we're getting a 5.7. We know we're getting a 5.8. And then after that is the Song of the Welkin Moon, Not Cry, for a year. Awesome. Excited. So, I think I'm betting 5.7 is the Mare Javari. I think that's when we're going to get Dahlia, not Skirk. I'm betting Dahlia is going to be a 4-star. But you know, that could be... I'm really hoping we get a Dormant Port expansion. And that's when we get Dahlia. That's probably not going to happen, though. So I think we're going to get a Mare Javari up here. Or it's going to be somewhere like far off. Like down here somewhere. Or over here. I don't know. And that would be Skirk. That's when we get Skirk. We get some more information. And maybe that's when we do... 5.7, that's when we do the Dainsliff quest. Because we still have yet to do the Dane quest for Natlan. Hey, Luffy, how you doing today? People come, people go. You know how it is. Alright. So, I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know if Skirk and... Dahlia are going to be the same patch. I would hope they were, because I hate pulling for 4 stars. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that.
Stay close and you will live.
Ready to ride.
Let's throw up my grinding team.
I have high hopes for this journey. There are still...
Yeah, I'm doing good today. I had some, didn't have to go to work today or tomorrow. Had some personal drama that had to go on. But I'm back and playing some games. You're going for Kinich in the next half? Kinich has been so worth it. He's probably the Natlan character that I play the most.
Alright, let's finish this fast. Illusion!
When he first came out, I fell in love with his style. The zipping around.
May I present?
The Spider-Man nature of his playstyle. You have the team for him already made? Nice. I played him on a Bloom team very early on. Nahida, Zhongling, and Benny. Ah, you're going with a burn team. Nice. It's your alt account bot you're working to be your mate. I dig it. That's cool. Have you been saving up enough primos to get him? I'm very curious who's going to be more popular in this upcoming banner. Whether it's going to be... Because... Raiden Shogun is obviously just always insanely popular. But I think Kinich has been well worth it. He's been such a fun character.
Shower me with this! Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
You lost for Nouvellette, so you're at guaranteed pity?
Illusion shattered! Let's ride! Full throttle!
Strike a pose!
Lost. That's always rough. Mona. I'm currently... I don't think I'm going to do any polls on the next banner. I really don't think I'm going to do any, because we also got the Chronicled Wish coming up with all of the Inazuman characters, right? Well, Simona, funny thing is you won a 50-50 twice in a row. Nice. I'm trying to think. I just got a Escoffier. On the last banner, I think I lost and got a Dia. So I think my past, just my last one was Escoffier. Yeah. And it took me forever to get Aoife, and I was kind of hoping I would get one or two more Aoifes. But, you know what they say, no, yeah, and then I got Dia last before that, so I lost that 50-50. Never pull out a 4-star. No, I really wanted cons for Aoife. I wanted to get him up to like a C2. But I got really unlucky. Oh yeah, there's Veressa. So only one on Aoife, unfortunately. You got him C1 on your main? Nice. Yep.
Shine down.
Looks like I'm probably going to be saving up for Scarf.
Let's ride.
You need a
There is no escape.
This isn't good.
The show begins!
Just heal up my holy hell.
Let's ride. Try and stop me.
God. How am I doing on this friendship? Not there. Not too bad. You did see some sneaks on her Instagram. She'll be a nuke DPS like Mawika. Well, we know she's gonna be Cryo. And I think they're just building up for a good freeze comp with Escoffier just being released and doing Shred for Hydro and Cryo.
Let's hope your brother gets fight.
Illusion shattered.
Light it up.
Let's finish this
All right, you asked for it. Boom!
There is no escape.
I hope so. Because I think I would love to have her be a main for Not Cry. The new region. I think that would be a lot of fun. Not too many. Only 1,700 right now. So I'm at one wish. Or one 10 pull, sorry. I don't whale the game. I'm not a whale, obviously. I'm a dolphin. I'm willing to drop a little money. Oh, definitely not free to play.
Everyone hold hands.
You're... Rise with the sun. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Hey. Yeah.
War's over.
Free to pay. Pay to play. Yeah. Like, again, I'm not one of those whales that drop $1,000 per character. Absolutely not.
May I present?
Gotta be able to afford rent and food. But I am a collector by nature. So I don't want to miss out on anyone. You're, you're free to play. You want a Welkin from a streamer. That is good. Dude, the Welkin Moon is so worth it. Just logging in, doing my dailies gets you so much. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna pass up on free primos. If you look here, all exploration at 100%. Every region, every one of the maps, 100%. I'm not leaving any free primo gems on the table. Your alt account is so unexplored. You have 50,000 primos to get. Dude, get on that. That's money on the. You're leaving money on the table. Especially with the fact that they now improved the treasure compasses. So as long as you have the treasure compass for each nation, it's just bam, 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 super easy to hunt stuff now. I haven't used it yet because I've gotten everything before then. I used it a good chunk in this new area. Attic Pond. All right. Kidditch is fun. Kidditch is a really good explorer. I used him a lot when I was exploring Natlin. Where's my usual exploration team? This has become my exploration team. Cloud Retainer because of the triple bounce. Shaska for her flight. Jalonin for her climb. And Ning Wang because she can sense mining materials. And as silly as it is, I always like getting the mining materials because I... So this is my current going around finding treasures team. Ooh! Hold on, we get an additional little scene. I didn't notice these guys hanging out.
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of a Hao and Kakuku together.
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first, but after seeing how awkward a Hao looked, I figured I wouldn't really fit in.
And you didn't think of sharing this any sooner? I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera! Anything to get out of being in the same frame as that thing!
Really? Well, no worries, you still can. Come here, give us a hug.
I hope your face is ready, because it's about to get flame roasted! I got your back, bro!
Kanich, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
I have. But given that a Hao's also an old relic, that would probably count as international smuggling. I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have our problems in life.
Worth it. I also just love Ning Wang. But when I was exploring that new area, I also used Kinich just to zip around, because he has the ability to sense items in Natland, so when I was grinding up for items for leveling Varessa and Iansan, he was super helpful. Those bros talking like bros. No way, bro! So once I'm done with Siege Wayne, I'm gonna stop with this freeze team for a while.
Can produce astounding flavor. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell.
A little amuse-bouche.
I really like Escoffia's design. Bros talking like bros. Oh yeah, I'm currently... Let's switch to what team has full friendship. Just to switch to them for now. So here you go. Friendship. So I have the majority of my characters maxed out on friendship. So I have all of these are maxed out friendship. All maxed out. All maxed out here. And there, it ends at Lisa. So I'm currently working on Sijuin. And I like that. So this is just something I've been doing for the past few months. I've been grinding out friendship on the dailies. It's given me a chance to use a lot of the characters I kind of just ignored. Like, I actually really like Layla. I think she's an underappreciated shielder. So yeah, these are who I'm currently friendshipping up. So I still gotta finish friendshipping up my Natland team, which is Chaska, Mawika, Sitlali, Jalonen. Yeah. Layla is... I like that. Although I will say, Lanyan, relatively new character, came out during the Lantern Raid. Surprisingly good shielder. Because her shield at C2 gives like a lot of elemental recharge. Got her C2? There you go. So at her C2, she's a very good shielder. I only have her at C1, unfortunately. So I would not mind getting her again. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of teapot stuff and a lot of dailies and make sure every day to at least grind up the leyline points to get a few extra friendship points. And every character is minimum 70. At Ascension level 5 or 6. Yeah, what's up? I do want to start playing Aoife more. Why did I pull on Ito? He's just so cool. How could I not? Look at the big boss Arataki Ito. How could I not pull on him?
These bombs, so heavy.
You tried him once, he's good, but you don't think he's worth
You wanna
it?
come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good.
I can't blame you for that, yeah. I think he's pretty fun. He's not my favorite Geo character or Claymore user or tank.
La la la. Da, da, da.
He's not bad, but he's not great, so I don't think you're missing anything out by not having him. Again, I'm a collector, so I like having every character. And again, that's why I'm doing this friendship stuff, because it's letting me get more used to the characters. Like, who have I... Like, I never played a lot with... Who else? I never played a lot with Yanfei, but when I was doing the friendship grinding, I grew to really like her moveset. Same with Kaching. Toma, I realized is a pretty good shielder, even though I never really played with him. Yeah. Geo has been really lacking, so I hope they give Geo some buffs. Maybe in Not Cry, maybe with this new region. Geo gets a little bit... I think that would be a really solid thing if Geo got a little bit of love and attention. Hey Herb, welcome back! Doing this thing made me realize I really like Baiju and his healing. Baiju I think is a very fun healer. Still gotta do some Chivrus. Like, I played Sethos. I don't really like Sethos' style. That's why he's just in my teapot farming it that way. Oh, yeah. I've been a bot magnet today. Seriously. I think I've had like 4 or 5 bots in just the past hour or two. It's wild.
These bombs, so...
Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here for the Genshin stuff for tonight. And I'll start out with Jenny, yeah. She was the... Was she the first one that I kicked today? Yeah, it was. It depends what you're trying to sell.
Dodoko, where are you?
Alright.